going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Steven. This is Steven in Stereo, and in today's video, we are diving into Lady Gaga's Art Pop album. We've been working on her discography. I just recently did the Born This Way album, and I loved that record. I love that rock influence. I love just, it's the rock dance pop thing she did. It was so sick. But in the comments, a lot of y'all were stoked about me checking out Art Pop, so I'm really excited. I checked the track list. I literally, though I know the song very well, I only know the song Applause on here. So it's crazy that I don't think I've really heard any of these other songs except for maybe what we saw on the Chromatica Ball. So I'm excited about this. Before we dive into today's video, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe to the channel. You guys should check out the uncut album reaction if you're watching this on YouTube. This video is available as an album listening party over on Patreon already. That's where we just play the full track. I don't have to cut a bunch of stuff out. I don't have to do all that. So a lot of people tend to like that because it's a little bit, you actually jam the album with me. So if that's something you guys are interested in, I know that's not for everybody, but if you want to do that, links in the description. You guys can also see my full watch party reaction to the Chromatica Ball as well. So make sure you guys check that out. With all those things out of the way, I'm excited to dive into this because I don't really know what to expect out of really Gaga ever. I feel like with each album that we've checked out, or with each thing that we've done, I don't really know what the sound's going to be going into it because she has such a wide reach when it comes to that. So this is Aura.
I killed my former and left her in the trunk on Highway 10.
What?
Send it straight to Hollywood.
This is spooky Gaga. Let's go.
I'm not a wandering slave. I am a woman of choice. Read the cover. Do you want to see the girl who lives behind the aura?
Wait, I did not know that's where this was going. This is what I was talking about. Like, I never know where that Gaga sound is going to go. We go from really just scary chaos building into something. We could feel like something was going there. And I love that Gaga's vocals in each section would get it's like she was refining them and changing the sound up a little more. And then you get to this part and it's like, hell yeah.
Behind the aura, behind the aura. Enigma pop star is fun. She wear the call for fashion.
I'm fucking obsessed. What?
It's not as
I fucking love that.
I hear you screaming, is it because of pleasure, toil?
You know what's crazy is with instrumentals like this, you guys, for those of you that have been watching my channel for however long it's been at this point, this is not typically an instrumental that I would immediately fall in love with, because I typically, I think I'm still getting used to some of the super cyber instrumentals that weren't just from early 2000s pop. But what I really love about this is that she has a really cool approach to this where it builds into, I can't really explain what, it kind of builds into this instrumental, but you still feel this pop sort of puzzle piece being put together at the same time. So this instrumental, while it is chaotic, there's something to be said about how it keeps building back in and dropping and making you fall more and more in love with it as it goes. Plus, I feel like it really highlights Gaga's vocals. So I'm super into that part.
Do you want to peek underneath the cover? Do you want to see the girl who lives behind the aura? Behind
I'm gonna learn these words.
Oh!
I'm so into just that. I think it's just whatever sample they have, just B-D-D, it just sounds so sick right there.
The girl who lives behind the aura, behind the aura. Do you want to touch me 'cause we can love her?
Okay, what I really love about this though, lyrically, the idea of, and remember, we're basing this on a first listen. There's a lot going on in that song. I'm sure that I do not know the meaning of the song, but what I'm kind of getting is, well, maybe she's point blank saying it. This idea of I am this sort of larger than life personality. I hide behind this. I think she says a burqa. I hide behind this. There's so much about me, but it's so mysterious. but like because of that, it's this kind of like cosmic energy. It's this force that people want, and I want to let you have a peek, or maybe you could get a peek. And I feel like there's like some sort of like obviously very powerful feeling behind that, because it's like very revealing, especially if you're somebody who does have such a big aura. This is Venus.
Number 9, take off to the planet, stop to
Yes.
a new dimension in your bedroom. Venus.
Let's blast off to a whole nother dimension in your bedroom. Okay.
Take me to your leader.
Oh, Gaga, let's go.
I can't help but keep on dancing. Gotta some love.
Y'all already know that little rasp right there. Not even I don't even know what that's called. It's just fucking sick.
Dancing. Gotta some love. Gotta some love. Take me to your planet. Take me to your planet. Take me to your leader.
Oh.
Your leader, your Venus.
Drop that shit.
When you touch me,
Oh.
I die just a little inside. I wonder if this could be love. This could be
Oh,
love.
hold on. Did I just gonna go ahead and playlist that as one of my favorite Gaga songs? Holy shit, I love that hook. I don't know the words. Fuck.
Venus. When you touch me, I die just a little inside. I wonder
I fucking love this. Oh, those vocal runs are so good. Woo! So many cool things in that instrumental. I just love these like random vocal like ad-lib moments, these things that are just kind of like buried in. I just think that like it's building so much in this track. I'm so hyped. I don't know if you can tell. I love this.
Uranus. Don't you know my house is famous?
One more time, because why not? Uranus, don't you know my ass is famous?
Mercury,
Venus.
Woo!
Uranus. Don't you know my house is famous? This could be love. This could be God.
I don't know if I've ever seen a live version of that song, but it doesn't matter, because even if I did, it did not feel like what I just listened to. I love this song so much. I love that hook. Like more than anything, I feel like there's something about this genre in particular that I'm learning as a person with ADHD. Everything I would love that would give me little dopamine hits in my brain when it comes to this music comes out in this instrumental in the coolest way, from the little sound effects going on, from this space age sort of like feeling that we have throughout this entire thing, all the way to these moments when Gaga brings that very beautiful hook. In my opinion, I love her voice in this. God damn, I'm like so hyped on that song. I just saved it because I need it. I need it forever. Okay. GUY.
Wanna be the girl under you. I wanna be a GUY. Yeah. Touch me, don't be sweet. Love me, please retweet. Let me.
Come on, you guys fucking know I love that. I love when she does this delivery, this spoken sort of thing. She's got so much fucking like attitude in it.
Touch me, don't be sweet. Love me, please retweet. Let me be the girl under you that makes you cry. I wanna be that giant.
Oh.
I wanna be that giant.
Oh. God, that bass line is crazy.
I'm nowhere the tower,
Oh.
the power to leave you. I'm aiming
Yes.
for full control of this love, of this love. Touch me, don't be sweet. Love me, please retweet.
Dude.
Let me be the girl.
I need like a full song of her just doing that. Like that'd be sick as fuck. Oh, that instrumental is so cool.
To know what it does, I'm strong enough to know the truth.
Woo!
In love with you.
Oh my God. Because I'm my best when I'm in love, when I'm in love with you. I already love those lyrics, but it's that power. She like it's the chord progression behind that is following her vocals up that I love with that. Because it's just like, it adds so much.
Into the atmosphere.
Oh shit.
Touch me, don't be shy. I'm in charge like a GUY. I'll lay down face up this time under you like a GUY. I wanna be that giant.
Woo!
I wanna be that giant.
God damn. I love when she does this shit with her voice. Like, I just love when that power comes in. I just feel like she channels something in a whole different world right there. I really like this track. I feel like what I'm listening to in the lyrics is it almost seems like being that guy, that girl under you. It kind of feels like, okay, this is going to be a weird read, so maybe I'm wrong. But on the Born This Way album, I feel like I heard a couple times talking about like, not wanting to submit to somebody, but maybe they are willing to do it because they want to be with them or whatever. And I feel like this may be that same thing, because at one point, and I don't have the lyrics pulled up because it's not naturally how I listen to music, so that would be weird. But I feel like in this track, she says like, I want to be the girl under you because, and then she says something about being on top and how she wanted to be on top to show that love and almost to like feel that power. But I almost kind of feel like it is just kind of a meaning of like, I want to be that person that is willing to let you be the power over me. Now, I don't know if that's true, but I'm only saying that because she's alluded to things of that in the past in her lyricism. However, this track's a banger all over the place. I feel like, again, talking about these really catchy choruses, I really love how well the hooks are fucking written from Gaga. I feel like the delivery of these, when I think back to every Gaga song that I like, that I love, or like that is massive or that's a big single, think about how good the chorus is in those songs. And what's really cool is when you know you have a powerful chorus like that, the amount of time you can spend building up into it, it just makes it the payoff like so worth it. I also really love, again, that spoken sort of approach she has in this. I feel like that's something that I've heard her do, but I would love to hear her do even more. And it kind of is sad because I think it's like art pop, and then we only have like 2 other records, or right? Or only 1. Oh my God. Okay. Let's not talk about that. This is Sex Dreams.
Kinda dirty. All night. And the way that you looked at me. Help me here. It was kinda trashy. Cause I can't help my mind from going.
Oh, I love that. Help me, because it was kind of trashy. Because I can't help my mind from going there. Hey! Oh, dude, I'm so into this record. This is what I love about Gaga. Her approach to music is what I like. It doesn't matter what sound she's doing. I'm realizing that because I think I appreciate the mind of Gaga. So whatever she's gonna like put that mind into, I want to fucking hear it. I love how this goes from talking about touching yourself to dropping into this beautiful like synth like space for Gaga. Oh my God, that bass line. Hey.
By the one before.
Oh, I love that vocal delivery right there. There's something loose about it. I've spoken about her doing that kind of stuff in the past too, but this like loose kind of delivery, it feels very dreamlike, which is exactly how this entire song feels, which is obviously on purpose. Sex Dreams. Oh, so good. That fucking instrumental. Oh, that right there. Come on. Let's just take this whole run back. Woo! Man, that is so fucking good. Oh!
Turn to stone, all the color of, then petrified.
Yes.
By a woman.
Oh! The high run that is harmonizing this is so good. Listen to this.
All the color of, then petrified.
Right here.
By a woman.
Oh, it's low down there, but it's so good. Okay, I fucking love this song because it's everything that I love from Gaga, but in a totally different genre, and I'm into that. I love the experimentation going on in the instrumental. This thing is all over the place in such a cool way because it'll go from this powerful chorus into this verse that does feel very dreamlike. It has this sort of like syrup on it, right? Where it feels like even in her delivery in certain parts have this sort of like very relaxed kind of delivery in such a cool way. all, at least what I'm basing on the lyrics in this, the idea of like you see somebody that you like have all these feelings for, and then you're going home at night and you're touching yourself and dreaming of this person. Maybe you're not actually like hooking up with them in real life, but you're having dreams about it, and you get to be trashy and wild and all those things because no one has to know what you know based on what you're doing in there. And of course, going right back to something I'm always going to say, which is I fucking love Gaga's vocals so much. I will say that time and time again. I don't care how old it gets. I love the fact that it doesn't matter what kind of instrumentation we're getting on, as long as you have the right setup with those drums and that good, I wouldn't really say tempo so much as like just a good pocket for her to be in. Oh my God, she will do whatever you want with her voice. And I love that. I love that it always fits every time. All right, Jewels and Drugs. Also, this is featuring T.I., Too Short, and Twista. I don't know what that's going to become. This is also the lowest streamed song, which is really interesting considering those are some big names in hip hop. All right, let's do it. Kind of sounds like Hard in the Paint. That ATL.
You wasn't really trapped serving birds, yeah. You ain't have to beat no murder cake. Man, you probably couldn't get an
Oh! Okay, it's a sick as fuck.
Sister, your father, brother. This family is stupid attractive. If you survey the way we've acted,
I did not know I needed that. There's that Bay Area. So I don't know if this is like just like a second chorus. I actually really prefer the first kind of chorus Gaga did in this, going into that verse. This one's cool, but I don't think I like it as much in this song as I would like it if it was more like that Bay Area sound like she did on the first time. Only because you have Too Short on this record. Like, I feel like you have to. Oh. Yeah, this. Ooh. So, like, I really like hearing her over these 808s and hi-hat rolls. You guys know that's like, I listen to so much hip hop. So, like, I love her in this. I could be okay without the song. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things where it's like Gaga's career is so much bigger than this, even though like I want to see her in the hip hop space. I literally said that at the beginning. I also like, I hear the song and then I'm like, okay, I realize she's so talented that like she doesn't have to do the hip hop thing, but I love the hip hop thing personally. I want to hear 808 drops with these cool vocals, and I think Gaga's voice matches it. But I'm okay without it. You know what I mean? All right, this is Manicure. Okay. Damn. Man, that power in that voice again, that's something that I've talked about, especially with the Born This Way record. That power, she can pull that rasp out, that rock sound is so good. Yes. Oh my God. So much power in that voice. Woo! Fuck. I could listen to these runs from her all day vocally. I just like, you ever just want to like give Gaga like a power hour, right? Where it's like Gaga power hour playing only 80s metal. And I just want to hear her go like nuts, because I feel like she has to hold herself back when she goes into those like super like powerful raspy vocals, because I feel like at any moment that thing could just take off and go. I love to hear whenever people are so like powerful that they literally have to like withhold themselves a little bit. Oh. I think it's fair that like everybody would probably want to be manicured, right? I mean, yeah, if you're addicted to love and you can't fight the addiction, let's just get man cured. Plus, let's just be real. Let's get man cured. Oh! Woo! Art pop, to me, when I look at the cover, I feel like I'm gonna be not cool enough for it. Do you know does that make any sense? Like, I look at it and I'm like, I don't think I'm cultured enough to really appreciate how cool this is gonna be. That's how I feel. That's the only record of hers that I've ever like looked at and I was like, I think I'm not cool enough for this. I am obsessed, fucking obsessed with this song. And I'm starting to realize that I actually really love this sound. And even if I don't know everything that's going on in the lyrics, it's a fucking cool record that I'm going to be jamming again. And I can already tell. Manicure, that last section right there on top of everything else. We have this song that builds into this like amazing moment, in my opinion. First and foremost, we got lyrics talking about just being cured of men. And I think it's fair to say, especially if you've been watching the politics lately, we've got to be cured of men. But also, that last part when that guitar starts ringing out and we've got these like fucking amazing vocals from Gaga and then that tempo slows down, drops right into mosh music. You guys know I'm fucking obsessed with that. So I don't know why I thought art pop would be too cool for me. I just felt like maybe I like wasn't going to be able to keep up. Speaking of art pop, this is art pop. Hey. The melody that you choose can rescue you is such a good fucking lyric.
We could belong together.
Woo.
We could belong together.
Okay.
Come to me with all your subjects and fantasy. Love is tight.
Woo.
Our phone on beaches for public sight. The color
My brain is so attached to that do 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 do. Like my brain is like so into that. I also love at one point she said, like basically whatever I do, that's what my art pop is gonna be. So the idea that art is very subjective and you can do whatever you want with it. You know, people will find some art to be beautiful while people are like, oh my God, why would people pay for that? The idea is everything is so subjective. And I think art pop is that same thing. I'm gonna take my pop music, I'm gonna put my art on it, and then it's whatever I want it to be. I also really appreciate in the lyrics, just saying come as you are and do that thing that you do. And like, and I want to be here with that. Like, I want to support that. I want to undress you, whatever. The idea is show up and be the whatever version of yourself that you have been wanting to be, or whatever version of yourself that does the best at that thing that they do so well. And I feel like you can be like represented in art pop. Woo! There it is. My art pop could mean anything. Exactly. Like whatever my expression of this is going to be, it is what it is. Woo!
Brushes with darkness won't help you create your destiny of self, but art pop could mean anything, not the bling.
Yes.
Music, not the bling. We could belong together. We could belong together.
Woo! Ooh. Man, every time I listen to Gaga, I think of more and more cool Lady Gaga tattoos. I'm just saying, like, I just thought of something. I don't want to say it because like that'd be a cool tattoo to get. I gotta say that what I really love about art pop, there's two things going on. First, from like a sonic level, this is one of those songs that really know how to like plug into your brain, like I say. And because of that looped sort of like do 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 through my brain the entire time. So it was really cool as each little instrumental was added in, how I really felt like it took me on a journey. I'm sure you guys are feeling that same way too. What I love about the lyrics though, is at least to me, and again, I don't know what the song's about. I feel lost sometimes, but with art pop, I do feel like it is just basically saying that this style of this version of music, this what we've decided to make in our version of art pop it can be whatever you want it to be. It can be this thing where we can all collectively come together and make whatever we want, because art is subjective, just like music is subjective. And what if pop music was subjective? And what if art pop existed and you could express yourself in any way that you could, and it didn't matter what that result was going to be? I think at one point, I think she said something about she cares about the music, not the bling, which I think, if I'm right, and I'm not, but if I am about the lyrics, if I was right a little bit, then that would make me think like, I don't care what becomes of all of this. I'm doing it because I love it. I'm doing it for the music. The rest of it is cool. But again, I could be wrong about that. I do appreciate that though, because I feel like art pop can be a way of life, right? While everybody's life is going to be subjective to other people, we might as well just, make whatever version of ourselves we want to be, right? We might as well just present the version of who we are and who we feel inside, regardless of what outside opinions are going to be, because this is subjective. This is art pop, bitch. This is Swine. Damn. Woo. Oh.
I know you want me. You're just a pig inside a human body.
I know you want me. You're just a pig inside a human body. It's crazy.
You're so disgusting. You're just a pig inside a
Oh my God, let's go. Oh my God, drop back into the birds, go. She wrong for that. That hurt.
maybe I should have a little more just to stay out of my mind.
Woo!
Act like a swine. Act like a swine.
Dude, I can't get over when she does this vocally. This is why, like, I know that we're continuing Gaga's discography. I know she's gonna be putting a new record out, but like, I'm already gonna want more, because I feel like there's not gonna be more of this sound yet. I need more. Well, actually, the new record might, although it feels a lot more darker, at least just with Disease coming out. But I want to hear more. I feel like Born This Way was where I was gonna get the most of it. You know what I mean? Which I was very happy with. But I just love hearing that. Oh my God, I'm adding that to the playlist too. Woo! You gotta admit though, it really does make that part hit even harder when it comes in. It don't stop. Such the perfect song to come right after Art Pop, because I feel like this is a really great representation of doing what you want to do and making it your version of that art pop. Swine has such an interesting instrumental. Some of these moments when it would just pull and wait and build that tension for that drop, just wanting to fuck with us, right? And then when it finally comes in, we're like, holy shit, Gaga, hell yeah. Especially with those vocals. I love when she again, that tension really adds to just kind of building that vocal from her, that big, just like scream kind of like rasp thing she can do right at the end to drop back in and then have like its full-on dance party. Like, I love that so much. Lyrically, it kind of just felt to me like her talking about those people that maybe looking at her, but they're not really looking at her for who she is. They're looking at her as a piece of meat. They're just pigs in human flesh, and they just want to, go after her physically. And I feel like she's just trying to say it's the scummy inside of you. It's this animalistic rage that you have sexually inside of you. And I love that Gaga's essentially like calling it out and then just building a shitload of tension inside just to make us want to fucking dance at the same time. That is art pop, baby. I mean, it's actually Swine, but that is a representation of art pop. This is Donna, Tella. Woo!
Tabitha, tailor these clothes to fit your guilt. What's your size? This purse can hold my black. What do you wanna wear this spring?
Oh.
What do you think again?
Oh.
I'm a rich bitch, I'm the upper class.
effortless blend of fashion and pop music happening here is insane. I feel like this is the fashion girlies fucking moment, right? This is the fashion moment. This is when, like, for everyone that like does runway, everyone that sets up these photo shoots, everyone that is putting these designs together, putting this fashion together, I feel like this is on your playlist, right? It has to be. I mean, I've been to a couple of fashion shows, but never like, you know, on that like high end kind of level. And I feel like there's a certain aura that exists within that this song is capturing. Hey, that build up. God damn. Woo! Oh yeah. That power. Even in a track that wouldn't necessarily need that, I love that she brings that. That is just so Gaga. Oh, it's so powerful right there. We're on a trip right now. We're going up. It's all up from here, baby. Woo! Oh, yeah. Those tight, very tight bass line right there. It literally just makes you want to fucking dance the entire time. I don't think I stopped moving that whole song. And that's the thing. That's what I love about this. Like, I just press record, and like, other than the fact that I do kind of have to talk sometimes, like if I was in my room by myself, cameras off, this is what it looks like when I listen to music. So I fucking love what I do for a living because I literally just get to record me being myself. I get to be ARTPOP every day. I love this track because even though I'm, you know, not in the fashion world, you may see the Hyde Park, it is not Dior. And I think that like in the fashion world, especially like crazy high-end fashion, we're talking like runway shit that is like 5 figures, right? I feel like there's such an aura about that. There's this sort of like, it's just so cool. It's like, it's the coolest you could ever be. And I feel like just being a model, a production person, working on the staff, putting together the clothing, you know, making the clothing. There's so many pieces that go into that. And I really do feel like this is a really great representation of that, in my opinion. It just kind of feels like every like subgenre or every like, I feel like every group of people has like a few songs that really like hype up what they do. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like this is one of those tracks that would really hype that up, at least for somebody from the outside looking in. But all this fashion talk, this song is fashion.
Looking good and feeling fine.
Slay.
Looking good and feeling fine. Looking good and feeling fine.
Oh,
Stepping on fashion.
that's what I'm talking about, right? So imagine like people that already are like models and stuff. Like you've already understand this like confidence that you get to stand very tall and like you wear this beautiful stuff, right? But imagine, like she just said, like you walk into this room like it's a catwalk. Like imagine like those models outside of that when they just get to walk into a restaurant and they're just that badass.
Into the light.
Oh,
Display of diamonds and
oh, I love this.
married to the night.
I love this idea of just walking in and like just feeling yourself. It's not this like, it doesn't have to be this runway. It's just sometimes, and it doesn't matter if it's designer or what, sometimes you're just wearing that shit. You know, when you were just feeling it, I feel like when you wear the right outfit, your aura again will glow so much. You just feel so confident. And I feel like you're stepping into this place. You're only giving them enough to talk about, you know, you don't want to like, you're not trying to make it all about you. You just want to make sure that they know you're there, that you're present. You're going to walk into the light. Your diamonds are shining. Like you're just like having your fucking moment and everyone's going to be seeing it. Ooh. Slay. I don't know the words.
Looking your best.
That's true.
Makeup on your face, a new design.
It is just the song of confidence. Oh. Oh shit.
I take it off, I put it on, I feel alive when I transform, but this love's not material. The theory,
Oh yes. God damn. Oh. Woo. Okay, first off, Gaga goes nuts on the vocals here, especially at the end. She holds that note for so long. You throw those synthesizers in, you know, that really great fucking, oh my God, that loop is so good. You got my hair looking like a scientist. That's how good it is. Look at this. I'm poofy now. What the fuck? Anyways, I love this because, so what I was talking about, it's not about always having the designer and the luxury and stuff. She's even saying it's not about the clothing. It's not that the love is material. This is ethereal. This shit is like bigger than just material items. It is the way that I feel about myself. I'm presenting myself. And that can come from, you know, lots of time of wearing good outfits and stuff. But the reality is it's a mindset. Fashion can be a mindset. You just walk in owning that bitch. You strut your shit. You make sure to take the light. You make sure that they can see you in your glow. But at the end of the day, even with all those things off, you are still fashion. You are still so fucking beautiful. And it's so sick to hear this kind of like anthem for it. I love the end of the song so much because I just feel like it is that emotional release. I just want to mosh at the Gaga concert. And here I am like falling more and more in love with this record. I like so many of these songs already. All right. Mary Jane Holland.
Lady of the dumb won't be a slave to the blood or the culture inside.
Woo! Oh, love how chaotic this is, but so it almost gives me like, this almost feels like this record could have been on Born This Way in the sense that you hear this like very heavy instrumental, but it still has that like dance feel to it. Still has that pop feel to it. But at the same time, Gaga's coming in vocally so powerful here. It's got almost that reminiscent of that, like that rock sound I love from her. I'd be curious to know if this was originally for Born This Way. Damn. Okay, wait, so is it actually about weed? Is that the whole thing? Is Mary Jane Holland actually about weed? Because right here, she just said, when I ignite you and put you in my mouth. I mean, I looked it up and that makes a lot more sense. I guess I never know where each artist is at and where they want to speak about like marijuana. I do love what she's doing here, especially she's just saying that Mary Jane Holland essentially is like her escape. She wants to be able to hide away, get baked apparently, and just live that life, be able to kind of melt away the stresses of being a celebrity, which I think is sick. I like that she has her own. I really love that she's got her own little like weed anthem here, although it's not so much like necessarily a weed anthem. That's like the wrong way to put it. It's more so just this idea of like, I wish that I could go off and be Mary Jane Holland. I wish I could go, which Mary Jane Holland, now that I've Googled it, it's not a real person, but it's this persona. And I want to go be Mary Jane Holland. I want to be somebody who can go and sort of like smoke my stresses away and sort of like be able to just enjoy these moments and kind of like have a release rather than just being kind of like amped up and focused inside this career or inside being this celebrity and all those things that go with it. I feel like oftentimes we do hear about a lot of celebrities, CEOs, very successful people that do tend to use marijuana for that kind of escape as a way to kind of like lighten the load that does kind of come with being a public figure and the stresses that go with that and the constant touring and all these things. You just have a little bit for your mind. Everybody's got some sort of a vice or like an escape, and Gaga's got that persona, that Mary Jane Holland. But this goes into dope.
Off, it's on. The party's just begun.
So raw.
I prom. God forgive my sins.
Oh my God, you guys know how much I love a ballad from Gaga, a piano moment from Gaga. It's so beautiful because you can hear the rawness. You know, we're coming off of songs that are so high tempo, so high energy, so much power. There's just so much going on that shifting the emotion like this hits even harder. But the fact that those vocals appear to be recorded like very raw, I'm so into it.
Without you, might not awake without
Oh.
you. I'll keep on searching for an answer, 'cause I need you more than dough.
Okay, so metaphorically likening this person to giving her this high that is like unimaginable. She needs it so much, but also like realizing that she could possibly be losing that at the same time, and how you obviously, if you're somebody who is, you know, struggles with addiction, you can imagine what that would be like just from like a use perspective, right? So imagine if you're fucking like, you're in love with somebody so much that it's that same high you've been able to like replicate with somebody, but then you might be losing them, like how much pain you would feel in that.
I need you more than dough.
Fuck.
I need you more than dough. It's sand, 12 lonely steps up heaven's.
Holy shit. I love that whole, I'm just gonna take it back. I love this whole vocal section. I love the lyrics to it.
Just one last puff and 2 last regrets, 3 spirits and I feel so low from living high.
Woo! Oh, I feel so low from living high. That vocal right there, yes. Oh,
Sing with me, bell bottom blue. I'll keep
God damn, her
on
voice in this is
searching for an
incredible.
answer, 'cause I need you more
That broken
than
sound, so much vulnerability.
dough. I need you more than dough. I need you more.
Oh,
Need you more.
it's crazy that I want so
I
much
need you more than dough.
like pop sound from her, but then I want this. Like that's what I think that's why she has such an amazing career, is that she can do these different sounds that are so far from each other, yet they all sound so fucking Gaga. I love this because that rawness becomes so real throughout this entire thing. The idea, at least from what I'm picking up in the lyrics, it seems like she's on the brink of losing the person she loves the most, the person that gives her the most, because maybe she is struggling with some substance abuse. She even says like, you know, 3 spirits and 12 steps, like obviously a 12-step program, like a lot of things to try to get off of these things. And it's almost like this being her plea, like, I need you more than dope. I need you more than whatever these things I'm doing that are causing you to possibly want to leave me. That's just what I'm guessing on that. That piano ballad style from her will never get old. She's so good at it. And I love that, you know, really being able to bring so much emotion into like the trembling, the vulnerability. These are things that I feel like you can do it if you're a singer, but it just hits more if like it becomes like so innate within you, like you are pouring your heart out. You can sing the lyrics or you can bleed them, and I feel like this is what it sounds like, to really bleed those lyrics. It's so fucking good. I don't think I can say this word. Like I'm pretty sure this is track 13. I don't know. I feel like this is not it's like not a PC term, is it? Okay, let's do it.
I got the whole world in front of me.
Woo!
So I said, I don't want to be alone forever,
Fuck.
but I can be tonight.
Woo! Sing it, baby. Woo!
And I don't want to be alone forever, but I can be tonight.
Right there. Very anthemic right there. Woo!
Honey, it's simple, it's the way that you love and treat your mother.
Oh,
That I would be alone forever.
that is true. I feel like, you know, even depending on what kind of relationship someone has with their mother, I feel like you can kind of learn a lot about them. At least how they treat their mother.
Spend my life.
Woo!
And you'll be a little gypsy princess. Packing bags so we can chase the sunset. Gypsy,
So
gypsy,
good.
Gypsy, I'm a gypsy, 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 I'm Latin American. I don't speak German, but I cry someday in Jakarta.
Hey, wait. I do hear that callback from Born This Way. That, what is it? SCHEIBE song?
Gypsy, 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 I'm Latin American. I don't speak German, but I cry someday in Jakarta. I'm American, I'm gypsy. I Bangkok, Australia, Malaysia, Sweden, Finland, Norway. Meet my home just for the day. I'm a gypsy, 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 hey.
Okay, so I kind of love this because the song is just essentially saying, like, you know, some people have this soul that they wander, right? They set on this open road to either go find like you know, success in a career and all these things, and like just travel this road. You leave a lot of your friends and family behind when you do that. And if you can find another soul that is also wanting to be as wanderous and sort of like travel this road, believe it or not, those two people that would have otherwise been traveling that road together could be together, or traveling the road apart could end up becoming together and having this journey together, which I think is really beautiful. I love the chorus of it. It's very reminiscent of that. Like, I feel like 2009 and 2011, you know, they had these like really big anthemic sort of like boom, 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 boom choruses like that. And that's definitely one of those. I don't know. For some reason, I feel like I'm not allowed to say that word. Not allowed is crazy. I mean, I don't want to say that word because I feel like it's not a word I'm supposed to say. You guys have to let me know. But I really love Art Pop. Holy shit. This is like one of those records that were a little bit like scary to dive into when I look at the photo. I'm going to say that again. The album cover of this made me feel like maybe I wasn't going to have enough culture to appreciate how good this record is. And even though there may be a lot of the lyrics that I didn't quite understand, I love the sonic value of this. And it just makes me love Gaga so much more. There's so much to appreciate in this record. This instrumentation that has this sort of like, oh my God, there's like a lot going on with the instrumentation. Like there's like this dance element to it that is so present. You've got this very like Daft Punk-esque instrumentation. I haven't listened to like a lot of artists that sound like that. So that's like the best I can do for like likening it to another group. But like the thing I love is it's got that kind of instrumentation. Meanwhile, the guitars are here. They're present. That pop feeling is so present. The writing style that is so like Gaga's music is so present in all of this. We've got these really cool, like, almost like hip hop inspired drums in a lot of these things, but they're kind of combined with that contemporary pop sound of this time, which I think sounds really fucking cool. The pacing is incredible. Every single chorus throughout this entire record is so well written, well presented, and well executed by Gaga. And I'm such a fan of how these instruments throughout this entire record would really cater to everything she was going to do. You know, Gaga's got a very interesting style in the sense that she does not like just simply like do every song kind of the same, right? Everything is different. It's like the structure of the song is going to be different. And if that wasn't enough, the vocal approach is going to have 12 different ways through it. She's going to do something very interesting vocally. She's going to take this moment, go into a spoken word piece, throw it into a high note, rip it back into this metal kind of sound or like this rock kind of sound, and then drop it into a dance moment, right? And like that is so fucking cool to me. My brain, this is what I want. Like, I feel like I want to sit in a room while we're producing a record like this because it would make my brain go nuts in the best way to like see people finding these little loops and going, oh, this sounds really good. Oh man, I can't stop listening to this. Okay, add this. Like the just watching music production, especially on stuff that is so intricate in the way I feel like these instruments are, is incredible. And then also like, we got to think about this from like Gaga's perspective too. So let's say you got these instrumentals and they're all over the place. They're insane, right? Gaga's ability to find the perfect placement for herself in all of these songs and find the vocal style that she wants to use to make that sound work is so awesome through this. And I feel like there's so much confidence radiating through everything that she delivers because she knows that she figured that pocket and she's going to fucking kill it. I think about tracks like Donatella and Fashion, where I feel like those tracks really made me have this very like, I'm not very I'm not a very like fashion cultured person, but like it's got me like wanting to be sitting there in front of the runway, just watching like, and just like feeling the energy of it. We're not just looking at some fucking clothes. This is fashion, baby. And that leads me into the track Fashion, of course, which also shows that it doesn't have to be about what you wear. Sometimes your aura is what you wear, which again, Aura is a fucking sick song too. My playlisted tracks that I put on here though, just on the first listen, and mind you, first listen means nothing because I'll listen to this so many more times that it will change over time. However, I put Venus, Sex Dreams, Manicure, Art Pop, Swine, Fashion, and Mary Jane Holland as like my favorites on my first listen through. So you guys have to let me know in the comment section what your favorites were. Those were mine. If I had to pick like a song that maybe I would kind of like live without on this, it would have to be Jewels and Drugs. Even though I love to hear Gaga doing that, you know, Bay Area kind of sound on a hip hop track with absolute legends, I also like, she doesn't need to do it. And like, not even need to do it. If it's gonna happen, I want it to be like so badass. This was just, it was cool to hear her in that sound, but I just feel like, maybe if I ever hear her do it again, it would be like a different kind of presentation. But I really love this. And I feel like, again, for somebody who was like a little bit afraid of art pop, I don't know why. This is actually like way more, I feel like I loved this way more than I thought I was going to. Like coming off of Born This Way, you guys got to remember like that record is pretty much all the things I want from Gaga. So like going into a record after that, I'm like, oh man, well, like I know I'm not going to get that again, but like that's like my favorite version of Gaga. I think that, but let's not forget that like Chromatica, I fucking love that record, right? So like I love a lot of the things that she's intrinsically using in her music. So it's cool to go to Art Pop and fall in love with this many songs on the first listen and have an absolute banger of a time. Like typically when I'm doing this, like I'm very aware of like, you know, is my mic recording? Like, you know, are we doing good? Like I'm trying to like, you know, pay attention to a lot of things. I'm producing all this as we do it, right? But at the same time, I didn't look at any of that this time. Like that's how like involved in this record I was. So I'm really thankful for that as well. It's just kind of nice to get me out of my head and into the moment as well. So I love this. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to like and subscribe. If you guys want to support my channel, it would mean the world to me. Obviously, like YouTube is not monetized, so Patreon supports me 100%. I'm so thankful for all y'all on Patreon right now that might be watching the album listening version of this. Thank you guys so much. You have no idea what it's like to just have this kind of support. It's fucking amazing to me. Like I just like having this career and being able to do it for so long and just knowing that I can sit down and pick a record and do what I want to do and y'all want to sit and watch is fucking amazing. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. If you guys want to watch the full album listening party, go check out Patreon. And of course, watch my Chromatica Ball reaction. I know a lot of people were excited about that. It's a longer reaction, but we jammed the whole thing. It was so much fun to see Gaga truly live, really for the first time. I've seen a couple of handful of performances here and there. It's the first time I saw a full concert from her. And honestly, it made me like, after I saw that and I saw that she was playing Coachella, I was like, how do I figure out how to get to Coachella? I'm seeing Lana this year, but I'm also like, how do I figure out how to get to Coachella to also see Lady Gaga? So I got a lot of things to do this year, so we got to work hard. So I hope you guys enjoy today's video. If you did, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Let me know your favorites in this comment section. I love y'all. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.